Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Adopt a Youth Foundation Personal Development Session. We are starting out July. It is the first day in the best month of the year. No arguments. How are you doing? I know persons would have finished school now. If your university exam supposed to done, high school and primary school exams supposed to be finished, and we are officially in the summer. Yay! Alrighty. Well, for the month of July, the Adopt a Youth Foundation has a special treat for you. We want to help everyone who is looking in the direction of entrepreneurship and business, whether you already have one or you have some idea that you want to develop further, whether you're in school or full-time or you want to do it part-time. We want to help you. The Adopt a Youth Foundation is all about helping. And we are using the month of July to help even further. All righty? So let me go to the end of July and then I come back to the start of July. On the 29th of July, we will have a session similar to Shark Tank. If you are familiar with Shark Tank, use the raise hand button and stick up your hand. If you know or heard or you're seeing Shark Tank on TV, stick up your hand. Use the raise hand button and put it up if you know or heard of Shark Tank. All right, 2 so far. I'm sure more person know about Shark Tank. Raise your hand if you have ever heard of Shark Tank. Okay. All right, awesome. Well, yes, on the 29th of July, the last Friday in July, we will be having a pitch contest. And what a pitch is an opportunity to sell your idea or your business to somebody, to a potential investor or a potential customer. We want to invest in our entrepreneurs. And our entrepreneurs are not necessarily only those who are in AYF, but we're inviting other entrepreneurs to be a part of our pitch competition. In the coming weeks, we'll be giving you some more details on that. But at the end of the pitch competition, we will be giving incentives, reward, prizes, and support for the ideas. Because we're not just about a bag of talk, we are about helping to implement and to move or develop individuals. Yesterday, we started with our help. Well, we have started for several months now in our entrepreneurial leg, and there are members of AYF who have small businesses who have been assisted in these small businesses. Yesterday, we had the executive director of the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center, who is also a member of the AY family, Carlington Burrell, speaking to us on the first leg of the pitch training, how to make a pitch. He shared a number of nuggets. We have a recording if you missed it. So we'll be sharing that with persons who want to hear what he shared last night, and you can use it. He also shared his contacts. So if you want to reach out to him one-on-one, we will accommodate that. Before we have the pitch on the 29th of July, there is going to be a mock pitch on the 21st. Thursday, the 21st, we'll be giving person an opportunity, even if you don't pitch on the 29th in the competition, to just come and access the expertise of Carlington. He has helped companies and entrepreneurs not only in Jamaica, because the Climate Innovation Center is not only for Jamaica, it's for the Caribbean. How I met him was through, one session I went at, I think it was a Nutford Court Hotel. He was a part of a session looking at Jamaicans going to Europe to do something in robotics or something along that line. And he was in charge of the team that was going there. So he has a lot of experience and he has made himself available to us. This evening, I'm going to be sharing on one tool that can be used by anyone who wants to move a thought, an idea of a business into a structure that can pitch for funding or even help you organize your thoughts towards getting a successful business. It is a very simple but effective model that I believe anyone can use to pitch your business. It's called the Business Model Canvas. Let me go to the start. Here it is. All right, can somebody tell me if you're seeing the presentation in presentation mode? Talk to me, somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it appears that way.
All right, thank you, thank you. So we're looking at the pitch perfect, selling yourself long, which is opposite of selling yourself short, okay? So you are looking at a long-term business being successful for many years down the road. How do you pitch it? This business model canvas is a helpful tool to get that done. This guy has been seen around doing deliveries. The name of the business is not there, but I think right away you can tell what his business model is. He is picking up stuff and he's dropping them off. So it's a very simple thing. Call us, we'll go for it. Or as Jamaicans say, we'll go for it. Very simple business. His model is call, pick up, drop it off. This is a business I saw on Twitter, Rent Your Ride, where this Jamaican company is saying persons have their cars sitting at their home, or you drive to work in the morning and then in the evening you go home and the cars are sitting there at your workplace not doing anything for several hours. They will rent your car for those idle time, or maybe on the weekend you're not using it, you could be making money. So they have their business model is renting other people's car through their website. Simply. So what is a business model? A business model is very simple. How a company, or organization, an individual, or one person creates value for yourself while delivering a product or a service to other persons. So you're creating value for yourself. And that value could be you're making money, and at the same time, you're delivering a product or a service to others. The business model canvas is one way that you can capture what your business model is, how you deliver this good or service, product or service, and service sometimes is encapsulated in the word product. So your product could be that you do graphic arts, which is a service. So it is interchangeable. Product can mean a physical, tangible item, or a service that you can hold with your hand. So the business model canvas is one way to look on all aspects of a business that will help you to structure it so you can make money. It has 9 segments. The 9 segments are on the screen. So if you took a piece of paper, and you rule it up in 3 parts horizontally, and what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts vertically, then you could have your business model canvas. This tool is so simple that a business model or a business plan could be anywhere between, say, 20 pages to hundreds of pages. But with a business model canvas, you can have a pictorial representation of everything in your business on a single page. It could be a letter size sheet. It could be a, excuse me, it could be a cartridge paper. It could be a whiteboard on Zoom or a blackboard in a classroom. It's just a representation, not only using words, but you can use pictures. And for today's illustration, I'm using Post-its. Those sticky paper that you just put something on it. You can scribble it on, or you can paste a picture on. So let's just look at the 9 segments. The most important part of a business model or a business model canvas is what is called the value proposition. And it is saying, how is your business helping people? What value are you providing? What are you giving to others? And it's not necessarily focusing on your idea or product, but you're looking at how your customer is satisfied from what you are providing and what need or problem you are solving. And you have to marry it with who your target audience are. Who is your target customers? Because when you are selling a product, not everyone will be interested, and that's okay. We at the Apostolic Worship Center, we are quote unquote selling salvation. Not everybody is going to buy, so to speak, salvation. Some are not interested, right? So you have to look on who are your target audience and then pitch it to them. So you do a customer profile. Your customer profile is looking at your customer job. Now, the job is not necessarily that they are employed, but it is what they do. What they do might be they serve the internet. To serve the internet, you need internet access, you need Wi-Fi. Can you provide Wi-Fi to your customers who are using it? It could be that you provide a dongle that persons can walk around with because they don't have credit on the phone, and they can create a hotspot with this. We use a MiFi device on Sunday at church. Our job, my job on a Sunday, is to get the service to people who want to listen in, but they are not physically at church. I need internet access, but UE Wi-Fi I find is very poor. So I use a MiFi device to solve the pain I have. So my customer profile is that my job is to get the service out to people who are interested, but my pain is internet Wi-Fi at UA is not good, and I find that Zoom will break up and fall off. So the product that I buy from Quantum Concept on Constant Spring Road release my pain. So I am able to use that Wi-Fi, create a hotspot for the camera and for the computer to have service stream smoothly every Sunday. So when you're doing your value proposition, that's the very first thing, look on your target audience, do a profile of them, find out what are their pains, what is it that they do, and then provide on the left side of the screen a relief of that pain. Or you might look on not just a pain, but you're adding something to their life that they didn't even know they wanted. Do you realize that Apple issues a phone every year with features that you don't need? You don't really need them enough. I've never bought an Apple phone, right? I don't need it, but the features are cool. So those are called gains. So you'll have a feature where you're taking a selfie and just move your hand. You put your phone down, you move your hand, and it takes your picture, right? That is not something that is necessarily a pain, not for me, but maybe for someone who can take the selfie in a bathroom mirror thing. They want to be able to cut out the stall in the bathroom and they can take the selfie. So that is a gain, that's a feature in the product that creates gain for your customers. This evening, we are going to use an example of a product that we are going to create a value proposition we're going to use for our, okay, I'm just opening up the chat. So if persons have anything they want to interrupt me, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. I just open a window so I can see the chat while I'm going through. All right, so we are talking tonight about Alex. Is Alex Baxter on the call? No, I'm not seeing Alex. Okay. Jackie, Alex does soaps, right? I was trying to remember who does.
Yes, he does.
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to use Alex business, an example tonight. So we are looking at Alex soaps. And the value proposition for Alex soap, which is the very first thing for our business model canvas, is that it does deep skin cleansing. It cleans the skin to combat acne, oily skin, blackheads, blemishes, and breakouts. So the very first part of our business model canvas is our value proposition, which is in the form of a picture. Right? So all the other areas are blank except our value proposition. Our value proposition is that Alex soaps provide deep skin cleansing. Bam! We have started our business model. The next thing we have to do is look on our customers. Who is it that we're helping? Who is it that we're targeting? And for our customer segment, we do a deep dive to see who our customers are, and we describe them in as much detail as possible so that we can match the service that we're providing to those who need it to solve their pain, or those who will see it as a gain. So who are they? Who are our customers? The customer segment, and why would they buy from us? So in looking at the customer segment, we're looking at the fears. Those who would buy soap are people who afraid of going out with bumps on the face showing. Now, me as a 46-year-old man, soon to be 47 in a couple of days, I don't care. That is not a fear to me. So this soap might not be for me, but it would be for teens because teens are prone to acne. They're prone to blackheads, and they are very fearful of going to school, going out, and having blackhead and acne showing. Am I right or am I right? If I'm right, put some 7 in the chat, guys. Put some 7 in the chat if I am right. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great. So Alex is not going to be targeting big, tough Richard Lawrence, middle-aged man, almost 50-year-old. I am probably a 1% of his target audience. He is targeting young Black girls and some boys. So this picture is a representation of his customer segment. It's mostly girls, mostly dark skin. Yeah, but well, if it is that you're targeting your customers in Jamaica, you might not have a lot of white male or white female teens. So you map out your customers and you say, okay, they're in high school, they're at university, and they are very conscious of their appearance, and they're more than likely to have these sort of issues that they want to sort out. So Alex, his customer segment on the right are these young ladies and young men. They are UA, they are UTEC, they are Exeter Community College, they're in high school, they are online. So you have 2 segments so far. So of the 9 parts, we're already gone 2. And it's not a lot of words, okay? So we are getting on. The next part is channels. How are you gonna get your product to the people who you're selling it to? How are you going to get it from your location to the customer's location? That is called the channels. Part 3. Alex decided that he is working out of his mother's kitchen, so he doesn't have a store. It's too expensive to rent a store, so he's going to use Knutsford Express. Right now, Knutsford Express runs not only, some years ago it was only the North Coast. Now it's all over the country. So every major city Knutsford Express goes to. So Alex decided that he's going to use Knutsford Express to deliver his products to central location that people can pick them up. So he is packaging his products, send them on Knutsford Express once the order come in, and getting them to the customer. So that is his channel to get his product to the customers. So that is the distribution channel. He's using Knutsford Express. And he's going to have friends, different parts of the island, who they are going to get these soaps and people can come and buy from them, or people can go directly and pick up their packages from Knutsford Express location. So he's not selling a one-one soap, he's selling it to other persons who will sell them either wholesale or retail. Next is customer relationships. Extremely important. How does Alex interact with his customers? You want to sell something, but you don't want to just make your soap and have it in your mother's kitchen or on the table put down. You need to interact with your customers. So you're looking at how do you get your customers, how do you keep them once you get them, and how do you grow your customer base. This is customer relationships. And there are numerous ways that you can do this. Alex chose to use social media. So what Alex does, he looks on the customer segment he's targeting, and he's saying, okay, I'm going to choose two social media platforms for my product. Looking at the options, LinkedIn is the professionals, and my target audience is not on LinkedIn. LinkedIn are for old people, right? So not into that. Snapchat, people only use that for filters. Facebook, again, is for the middle age. So he's studying the social media landscape, and Facebook is for people in their 30s and 40s and above. And it's not them people them really I sell to. His people are on Instagram and they're on YouTube. So what he's gonna do? And Twitter is for mostly talking. So he's using Instagram and YouTube for his communication channel to build his relationship. So on Instagram, he gets Rushy to take a lot of nice pictures of the soap, how they look, how the process is. He takes pictures of models who represent very nice skin, and he posts them on Instagram. He pays for Instagram ads, and he is showcasing his soaps on Instagram. On YouTube now, he is doing short videos on how to take care of your skin. Right? Samantha says, is there a difference from advertising and marketing, or would it be the same concept? All right, Sam, that is a very good question, and I'm gonna get an expert to answer that, because as a civil engineer, marketing and advertising is not my lane. So I'm not going to pretend to know the big difference, right? But in the month of July, I'm going to be getting some experts. So this is one question that I am going to pose to them, the difference between advertising and marketing. But what I can say, though, is that these platforms can be a way for both to coexist. So Alex is using YouTube to do some videos. All right, Jackie says advertising is a means of marketing, so it's a subset. So you have several marketing strategies. Advertising is one of the tools. All right, thanks very much, Jackie, my co-worker here. All right, so to get the customers, Alex is on Instagram. To get customers, he's also on YouTube. But once he makes a sale, people want to know more about skincare and so forth. So what he does, he has these short videos. He's interviewing dermatologists on some things that you need to do to take care of your skin. So the customers can get them, but he also keeps them through these sort of videos, and he gives coupons to say, if you bought in January, then you can get 10% off another one. If you're a long-time customer, then we have a giveaway in July. So he has these contests that he has on Instagram and also on YouTube to keep his customer base and to grow it. So that is his customer relationships. And he also sends email. He has a listing of his customers, and every now and again he sends out an email blast with some promotional idea that he has and adding value to say, how you doing? Do you like the product? Fill out these short questionnaire, 3 questions, and we'll give you 5% off your next purchase if you fill out this. So he is growing his customer base, and he is keeping them. Bam! So that's his customer relationship. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas filled out on our business model canvas, almost halfway there. The next part is looking at revenue, our revenue structure. What are we gonna get? How are we making money? What is our revenue structure? There are many models that you can use for revenue. So Alex could decide that he's going to do a subscription model. So persons subscribe and they are given 15% of products and they receive their soap every month. So they subscribe and they get 15% off, and he's sending them on Knutsford Express. They go and pick them up every month. He could have a structure where persons pay a premium price and they get to sell the soap in their location. So they buy a case and they get 30% off the price and they can now make money from that. He could have a membership structure like PriceSmart has a membership structure, Megamart has a membership structure. So you have to be a member to get access to the sales, and there are different perks to doing that. He could have a structure where he accepts payment only online. He's not into this thing where you come at his house and you're buying things cash, and then the gunman in the area are targeting him. So he's using PayPal, or he's using links, or he's using wire transfer, right? So he just has his phone. He's not into the whole overhead. But some of the sales might be cash. So he has a mixture of online sales through PayPal or links or wire transfer, and he has some cash sales. So that is his revenue structure. And the revenue structure could be also, he has a price for a small bar. He has a price for a bar that not only clean, but like Cartel say, you do a little rub and you want to lighten, or tone. We're not using that B word, all right? So he has those products. He has a line of products, and it's different things that he's selling. So his revenue structure is that you pay, $200 for this type of soap, and if you want to do the thing, then it's $350, right? And if it is that you're buying in wholesale and so on. So his revenue structure can be so set. So that is one half of the business model canvas finished. Next thing he has to consider now are the key resources. Who or what does he need to get his business up and running and even to the next stage? What are the most important assets? Now, the assets could be money. For Alex, he borrowed money from his mother, right? Or he could have done a GoFundMe and say, I'm a struggling student at UTech raising a fee and I'm going into business, please help me out here. Or he goes to the stock market and he sells shares in the company. And he says, all right, I'm going to sell 5,000 shares at $5 a piece to raise X amount of millions of dollars so that I can invest it in my business. So he goes to Jamaica Stock Exchange, he raises money. I'm begging from him uncle. Does he need a physical location? Well, for Alex, he doesn't need a factory. He's using his mother's kitchen. So tick, physical. Intellectual property now. Alex goes to YouTube and finds out how to make soap. So the intellectual resources needed is right there on YouTube. Human resource. Alex uses his little sister, and all him do, him give her a little lunch money to go to school, and sometimes him buy her Oreo and ice cream on Sunday, right? So Samantha will employ Micah in her business, and she encourages him by saying that you're learning the values of entrepreneurship from an early age. It will be good for you going forward, right? And on Sundays, I give you something after dinner, right? So that is the human resource. So for Alex, these are the stuff he needs. He needs a scale, he needs the coloring, he needs the blender type thing on the right, goggles, so in a splash up, him using mother pot and spoon and oil. Key resources, bam. So that's our business model canvas, sorting out the left side now. We're almost finished. So all of this help you to think through what you need for your business. And some of these things are going to cost. So it's good to have them there. Now, the key partnerships. Some other thing that you're doing requires help. Alex is good at making the soap, but there's some other things that Alex can't do, so he needs help from someone else. So he needs help from Knutsford to deliver the soap around the island. So he could have a partnership where he goes to Knutsford and say, I can't really pay you, but I will give you a percentage of the cost and you be a partner. Or he has his friends who are also at UTech, but they live around Jamaica. And he says to them, I'm going to send the soap on Knutsford Express and you pick them up at the location and people come to your house and buy from me. And I'll give you a percentage of the cost. So they're his sales team. It could be that he's good at making the soap, but he also needs to package it, he needs to label it. So he asks Rashid to design the label for him. He pays her, and she also does the wrapping and the packaging into the carton box. He doesn't have a driver's license, so he asks it, who on the call can drive? Right? He asks somebody called Daniel. Daniel will drive and deliver them to Knutsford Court for him. So he has these key partnerships to ensure that the business works. So one key partner he would use is Knutsford Express. So bam, he drops that on the left side of the business model canvas. So he has a sales team. He also has Knutsford Express who's going to do the courier service. And because Sister Auntie Jilly used to work at Grace Kennedy and know people at Hilo, he gets into Hilo and he's partnering with them to supply soap to them every month. And they put it on the shelf. So that's a partnership right there. So, bam. Next, the key activities. What is needed to actually get the product or service to your customers? What are the various steps? It's good to write them down individually. If it is a product, so what is a production? A production is you are going to buy the raw material for your soap. You're going to go into your kitchen and batch them out. You're going to stir. You're going to blend. You're going to freeze. You're going to package. That is your production. Then you're going to label and deliver to Knutsford. And you're going to rebuy. So in terms of the supply chain management, the key activities would be buying. It would be delivery to your end users, right? And transportation. If it is if it's not a tangible product, say you are doing graphic arts for people in Canada, you need to figure out what is needed on that. Key activities would mean you need time to actually develop the design. You need the software to get it done. You need to have proper internet. Well, those are resources. So the key activities would be the design and the email. So you design it, you email, and that's it. So for Alex, his key activity would be making other soaps in the kitchen, packaging them, get them to Knutsford Express, bam, onto his end user. Excuse me. the business model canvas is almost finished. The last thing we look at is the cost structure. What does it cost you to get the business done? So all the things you had before will have some cost components. Some of them might be free because someone is using Micro and you're not paying. So that service is voluntary. Let's call it voluntary contribution, right? But sometimes it is good to cost it because as your business increase, you want to put a value on the different components so that later on, if you have to pay somebody to do what Michael was doing for free, you already know that it takes 6 hours for this activity, and that those 6 hours might be $50,000 a month, right? So I am not an accountant, but I know in accounts, you can put it on one side of the equation and put on the second side of the equation so it balances out, right? Anybody can tell me in the chat what that means, right? I'm a civil engineer, so I'm in my lane, I'm not into that lane. I'm know say in accounts and balance sheet, you can put on one side, add it there, so you subtract it, and it just squirts out. Okay? So you're looking at the most important costs. What are your fixed costs? Your fixed costs for Alex could be the pot, right? So the capital cost is the pot that he buys one time, the scale that he buys one time, and he has these things for 5 years. The fixed cost could be the ingredients that he buys every month and is not going up because the economy is stable. The variable cost could be electricity. So he's going to give his mother some money for energy use, so he has to look at that. The mixing containers are also a cost. He could be paying the sales team, his friends from UTEC who are around Jamaica. NWC, his water bill. He has the paper, the packaging material, right? He has to pay his driver. So the cost structure is all of those input that make up his input into the business. So let's use this pictorial. These are raw material that he uses for his business. So he has to pay Knutsford Express. He has to pay Rocher because Rocher is managing his social media content, and that is extremely important for his customer relationship. So he's paying JPS, he's paying Knutsford Express, he has to buy the raw material, he has to pay for social media management, all right? So all of this now is his business model captured in pictorial form. So somebody comes to Alex and says, I hear you're an entrepreneur, tell me about your business. Bam, he takes out the canvas and he can just walk it from the middle, go to the right, left, then down the bottom. So he can explain his entire business with a single sheet of paper called the business model canvas. So this is a useful tool to help with the brainstorming. So he might have an idea, you know, I saw something on YouTube where I could make soap. I wonder if I could make a good business. You interrogate your idea by using this model. And you just go around, you start from the value proposition, then you go to your customer segment. So those are the two key things. The rest, they can intertwine and there's no real order to that. But you always start with your value proposition. What am I selling? What am I offering that people will find value? And then you go to the customer segment. Who will find value? How would I describe them? and why is it that they would buy from me? Then you go around to the other areas, and that will give you a good graph to say, yes, this is a good business idea, or no, probably I should not look at this, right? Now, when you're doing a business model, there's a whole lot more to it than this, but this is just a simplified way to help you move from idea to a concept that you can share with others and you can also pitch. Okay, so that's the business model canvas in a nutshell. There are many resources I can share with you. They're on YouTube. You can use Google, and I'm now open to any questions or feedback. Not necessarily a question. You have something to add to the business model concept, I'm welcoming it now. So you can raise your hand or you can use the chat. Daniel says, research is key. Amen, 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 amen. So for your value proposition, you have to do your research. And research could include going on campus and just watch people. What are the girls talking about? They're all talking about the skin. They're talking about what they use and or other people look ugly because of warts and so forth. What are they into? Research is not only Google, you know. Sit down and listen to people talk. Eavesdrop. Go to Instagram and see what people are posting on Twitter and Facebook and so forth. What they're into. And then give them what they want. Okay? Thanks for that, Daniel. Anybody else? Anybody find this useful? You think you could do this? Thanks, Sam. Anybody think that they could use this canvas to? Yes, all right. Great, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, it's pretty simple, right? All right, there's another Samantha, start an online business. Great. For the month of July, we want to help entrepreneurs. So if you have a business idea, we want to help you. We want to help you. So if you have questions that are not directly related to the business model canvas, you can send me an email, send us an email at adoptayouthja@gmail.com. Jackie, could you type up in the chat for me, please? adoptayouthja@gmail.com. You have questions, you have concerns, there's something you want help with, send us an email. You can send us a WhatsApp. You can DM us on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook for older folks like myself. We are there. And I just want to repeat, on the 29th of July, we want to give away some money. Yeah, you heard me, right? We want to help persons get their business to the next level, right? So we're going to have a pitch competition. We will be helping persons to prepare their pitch for the 29th of July. And we will be coaching, we'll be mentoring, and then the business ideas that are well represented, we will be giving some support there. Daniel says, I want to expand my strawberry farm so I can make market and sell them. I want to do some research first though. Daniel, what I want you to do is to use this canvas and set out your business on paper like this, send it to me. I work at the Bureau of Standards, Jamaica, and one of the service we offer the Bureau of Standards is called client service. Yes, we have a client service program. It is free of cost. It's free of cost. So entrepreneurs who need help to move from concept, you can go to the Bureau of Standards website, Bureau of Standards Jamaica, go to client service, register for help, and have someone come and speak with you to help you to develop, right? So during July, gonna get different persons to come on to do that. Caitlin, I want to see your business take off. Daniel, I want to see that strawberry farm huge and profitable, right? I know Alex has his soap. I want it all over the world. I want it to step up to the next level, right? Roche, I want you to have that social media management service that all businesses that use Dahlia as well, right? What's Dahlia's business again? It's an interesting name. She has two businesses, right? Yes, right? Right? SRS, good. All right, if there are no further question or comment for me, thank you very much for coming on. We're gonna share the audio for tonight's presentation so that you can have it. Reach out to us and let us hear some more so that we can help you. All right, blessings, guys. I'm gonna hand over. Hello, yes,
Just
Jackie.
to remind them about the pitching sessions on Thursdays at 7 p.m.
All right, well, I'm not confirmed if Carlington will be available every Thursday. So once I confirm with him, then I'll make that announcement. But yesterday we had our first session with Carlington, and I know on the 21st he will definitely be available to hear practice pitches, right? But I'm going to confirm if this Thursday we'll have another session at 7 as well. Okay, thanks for that reminder. Chris, before I hand over to Marva, can you remind the folks about our scholarship? If you're able to speak, Chris.
Yeah, man. Good night, everyone. Great presentation. Just want to take the chance to remind you guys again that the scholarship, the Adapter Youth Foundation Association with Next Move Jamaica, scholarship for AYF members are open. Application closed July 31st. 5 awards going at $25K each. And it's for members, you guys who are participating, or you know anyone who are in need of this opportunity. Take the time to apply. We're available to assist you in the application process also. You can find the link on the AYF Instagram account. Thank you, sir.
All right, handing over to Marva. Marva, could you stop the recording now, please? Over to the